Hello and welcome to Hollywood Multipass, and a special welcome to our very first Top 10 video. We'll be counting down our Top 10 Halloween family films. Only family-friendly movies with the Halloween theme will count here, which means no slashers. Sorry. So let the countdown begin. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Linus, you blockhead. Wait, that's not the line. But in this movie, it fits. Poor Linus. A Halloween staple that's been on television pretty much every year for decades. Charlie Brown still can't catch a break when he goes trick-or-treating in a unique costume.
I had a little trouble with the scissors.
And Linus seems certain that the Great Pumpkin will come and give gifts to all the good boys and girls on Halloween? I think you're thinking of Santa there, Linus, but don't stop believing. Anyway, the Great Pumpkin feels like a tradition to watch every year. And even though it's a very short special and more like a TV episode than a movie, it's listed as a telefilm, so I'm counting it. It's a perfect little cartoon with the Peanuts gang to start off your Halloween season right.
I got 5 pieces of candy. I got a chocolate bar. I got a quarter.
I got a rock.
Casper, the friendly ghost. When an heiress inherits a manor from her late father, she discovers a map that could lead to treasure within. Just one problem though. Casper and his uncles, the ghostly trio, live there. And to get them out of the manor, the heiress hires paranormal therapist Bill Pullman and his daughter Christina Ricci. Casper just wants to make friends with them, while his uncles, well, they want to scare them out of their spooky home for good. Ghostly fun and surprising cameos fill this movie with enough enjoyment for the whole family. Hotel Transylvania. A perfect getaway for monsters and ghouls alike in a human-free hotel hosted by Count Dracula himself. But when a human boy discovers the hotel and decides to stay, Dracula, with both his reputation and his hotel at stake... Get it? Steak? No? Anyone? Anyway, Dracula does everything he can to hide him from the rest of the guests and prevent his daughter from falling in love with him. With an incredible cast of voices like Adam Sandler, Selena Gomez, and Andy Samberg, you'll be treated to a monster-filled tale about love and acceptance. Fun fact, Emmy Award-winning director Genndy Tartakovsky is the creator of Dexter's Lab, Samurai Jack, Star Wars Clone Wars, Primal, and a key member behind the Powerpuff Girls. So when it comes to animation, you're in good hands with this one. Frankenweenie. There's nothing like a boy's love for his dog, but when tragedy intervenes, Victor can't accept his best friend's fate and takes matters into his own hands. With science! When his classmates find out about this power, they decide to use it for the wrong reasons. And as a result, terror and chaos in the form of monsters wreak havoc in their small town.
I need your help. I asked him first. My problem bigger.
Yeah, he's right.
This Tim Burton film has loads of Easter eggs. Many eye-catching designs or nods to his many other films are in here, making it a fun I Spy for lifelong fans of Tim Burton. With the voice talents of Catherine O'Hara, Winona Ryder, Martin Short, Martin Landau, Frank Welker, and other big names to bring this story to life. It's a truly heartfelt tale about a boy and his dog, with a Frankenstein twist and other monsters to satisfy your Halloween desires. Halloween Town. A town filled with Halloween monsters and a family full of witches? How could we not include this one on the list? Revisiting this classic movie is like revisiting the magic and wonder of the town itself. When the townspeople slowly go missing and a looming threat emerges, it's up to 13-year-old witch in training Marnie and the Piper family to save the day. With help, of course, from their wise witch grandmother, Debbie Reynolds, mother of Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia's mom. This town is full of surprises and definitely worth revisiting again for you 90s kids. And your kids as well. The Addams Family. They're both creepy and kooky. This family loves anything with dark subject matter, from death to psychosis to even the Bermuda Triangle. They don't quite fit in with normal families, but they're lovable all the same. In this movie, you're introduced to the whole Addams family and their morbid hijinks.
It has to warm up.
Why?
So it can kill you.
I knew that.
With Raul Julia, Angelica Houston, Christopher Lloyd, and a young Christina Ricci, who makes another appearance on this list. The Addams Family has the laughs and the personalities to keep you satisfied during spooky season. It's one I like to keep handy for Halloween. No? Not funny? Alright then, moving on. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. This troublemaker played by Michael Keaton made his way into our Black Gothic hearts in 1988 and hasn't left since. Coping with the afterlife as ghosts is hard for Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis, especially when a new family moves into their home and makes some, interesting changes. They'll do anything to get rid of them, and unfortunately for them, they took out the wrong ad. Ghostly mayhem and mischief ensue in this Tim Burton classic, teaching us how to cope with your neighbors and how precious life is. But whatever you do in the afterlife, don't call this guy.
It's showtime.
Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, and Ernie Hudson together make the most recognizable ghost hunters in the world. When New York City is overrun with ghosts, it's up to the Ghostbusters to trap them and keep the city safe. With Sigourney Weaver as the love interest and Rick Moranis as the awkward neighbor rounding up a great cast. And we can't forget Slimer, of course.
He slimed me.
This ghost-filled comedy gave us an unforgettable theme song, a sequel, multiple cartoons, video games, so much merchandise, and, Anywho, I always wanted to be a Ghostbuster as a kid. To have those cool proton packs and awesome uniforms. Even the Stranger Things kids know what's up. When there's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call? Hocus Pocus, the Sanderson sisters. Who can resist this trio of oddball witches? After being hanged for their crimes in the 1600s, the Sanderson sisters are resurrected 300 years later to resume their evil deeds, capturing children and draining their youth to keep the witches looking young and beautiful. And it's up to these unlucky kids to stop them. Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy have great chemistry and performances as sister witches.
Bless you.
As if witches weren't enough on Halloween, this fun-filled family adventure has an undead zombie, a talking cat, and the devil.
What kind of costumes are these? It's the Sanderson sisters, right? That's your son!
There's no denying this Disney classic will put a spell on you and is absolutely perfect for Halloween. Before we get to our number one, here are some other recommendations that didn't quite make the cut for our top 10, but are still great for Halloween.
Buttons in my eyes?
Oh, but we need a yes if you want to stay here.
So sharp you won't feel a thing. Ow!
And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Number one. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Jack Skellington, Sally, Zero, Oogie Boogie, and Santa. How on earth could it be anything else on Halloween? Now for the arguments of whether it's a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie, I say, why not both? This undeniable classic also has vampires, a wolfman, a slasher, a devil, witches, and monsters of all kinds. With such an imaginative and original world from the mind of Tim Burton, a director whose filmography is obviously perfect for Halloween, clearly as you've seen with this list. It also gives us one of the most recognizable Disney soundtracks by Danny Elfman. The Pumpkin King of Halloween Town desires something more out of his undead life, and when he stumbles upon a gateway into other worlds, he discovers the excitement of Christmas. Even though he doesn't quite understand it fully, Jack declares,
"This year, Christmas will be ours!"
It's Halloween meets Christmas. What could go wrong? This tale of breaking free from the norm and finding that missing something is one that children will adore and parents can relate to. Whether it's in the ambitious Jack or the love-struck Sally, both are longing for something more in their lives. You won't soon forget this cherished film that will strike a chord in your hearts, young and old, and is an undeniable masterpiece. And that's our list for the top 10 Halloween family films. Do you agree or disagree with our list? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Check out our other videos for more movie content right here on Hollywood Multipass.